Okej, wracamy już. Musiałem odpalić z menu i zawsze będę odpalał sobie z menu, ponieważ jest super szybkie wczytanie w menu niestety, a najgorsze jest to, że nie wyłączysz tego, bo jest zablokowane. Nie wiem, czy można to odblokować, czy nie. Zioło lecznicze. Szczerze nie sprawdziłem sobie, czy burzę mogę wyłączyć w konsoli. Jest tu pewnie gdzieś konsola. Ale jeżeli będzie znowu burza i znowu będzie taka przeszkadzająca, to po prostu to znajdę na następny odcinek albo na kolejne. Dobra, my możemy ruszać, bo się robi ciemno trochę. No, witam panie. Ale ty już jesteś prawdziwy. No dobra. Dobra, atakuj mnie. Ała, nie. Nie. Nie, zostaw mnie. Zostaw. Aha, a dostałem plecy. Dobra, nie warto walczyć. No dobrze, no to wczytajmy. Bo co innego mogę zrobić. Dobra, ale chyba wtedy po prostu ruszymy na ten obóz. Tak, ruszymy na obóz, nie przejmując się przeciwnikami. Spadaj, panie. A, idźcie, jesteście za silni. Jeszcze są za silni dla mnie. W sensie może z jednym się sparował, ale z dwoma nie ma szans. O, witam panie. Czy ty jesteś Dan?
Hey, you. Where do you think you're going?
Do obozu, nie?
I'm just taking a look around.
Just messing. Have to make my own entertainment. Gets a bit boring round here. Apart from the rotworms eating people. I'd stay on the walkway and not go too far out into the swamp. Believe me, being eaten by those creatures is not the way a man should go. Hang on, I think I've got a map somewhere you can have. Although by the looks of you, you could do with a better weapon.
Skąd mogę wziąć
Where can
taką?
I get a better weapon?
Depends on what you're after. Some swear by a good blade. Others prefer the heft of an axe. I'm a hunter, so I favour a bow and arrow. I've got a couple of nice specimens here, actually. For the right price, I'm sure I could part with one or two.
O, ale to ciekawe.
What do you hunt in the swamp?
Less and less. There are only a few beasties. They may look unappetizing, but you'd be surprised what our cook can do. About the only thing left big enough to feed us all is this large worm over to the west. But he's a big fella. I really need help to take him down. Probably a bit of help to keep him down after I've eaten him too.
A może mu pomogę.
How about I help you hunt this worm?
Oh, that's good of you. Tell you what, if we kill that thing together, I'll give you 30 gold. I hope you're well prepared. Don't want your death on my conscience.
Dobra, zaraz zabijemy go.
I'm new around here.
Zobaczymy, co mi powie jeszcze.
With the tide. What can you tell me about this place?
Ah, I see. Well, then there are a few things you should know. This whole swamp area, from here to the temple in the north, it's run by Don Esteban, our leader. I wouldn't mess with him if I were you. He's got some fighters working for him that'd break your jaw as happy as look at you.
A może też bym chciał móc łamać szczęki.
What can you tell me about the temple?
Came up from the ground about the time these storms started. And all these beasts came out of it. Never seen the like before. Indescribable they are. Our fighters soon sorted them out. I doubt there's much still alive in there. Well, apart from the Don. He's moved into the temple now. Don't see him very often. No one really knows what he's doing in there. Me? I say hunt, kill and don't ask too many questions.
Dobrze, a czy żyliście kiedyś gdzie indziej?
You haven't always been here in the swamp.
Nah, we used to have the whole of Harbour Town until the Inquisition came. All their magic and robes and stuff. They pushed us out here. Between you and me, I think the Don's pride took a bit of a knock. He hasn't been the same since. Most folks hate this place, but I like the fresh air. New things to hunt. Always felt too cooped up in town.
Czym są te czerwie? I widzę z tyłu coś wielkiego.
What are rotworms?
They can't really be described. Indescribable they are. They're like giant, rotting worms.
Nie wiem,
You can also guard
worms.
them in the camp.
No właśnie, robaki.
What else can you tell me about the Inquisition?
Same as everyone else, really. Don't get too close to them, or you'll find yourself dragged off to that monastery. They're not right in the head. I think they do something to them up there. I'm keeping well away. I advise you to do the same.
So, what's your boss doing in the temple?
I couldn't say for sure, but he's become very keen on collecting gold at the moment. He's got diggers working these ruins, and he always gives them a share. He's good like that. I think maybe he's planning on trying to take back Harbour Town. Gold commands a lot of power around here. Maybe even more than the Inquisition with their damn cult.
A pohandlujmy.
Let's trade.
Co tu masz? Masz strzały, a ja zręczności nie mam, ale łuk byłby świetny. A jakbym chciał, nie wiem, 70 strzał, 150 golda. Mam tyle golda. Dobra, mógłbym chyba sprzedać coś. To nie, miotła, tak szczerze. Cena w sprzedaży 2. Klucze, zęby. Zawsze coś, ale tu miałem pierścień. O. Zawsze 10 golda mniej do zapłacenia. Ty, ale tutaj naprawdę nie mam dużo rzeczy do sprzedania. Jest, 150. Kurde. Mogę mleko oddać. No, mogę te alkohole oddać. Rum. Nie potrzebuję many, szczerze. Nie będę grał w maga, nie będę się bawił. Nigdy szczerze nie lubiłem się bawić. Ale jedną wodę sobie zostawię na wszelki wypadek. Ty. PD mi daje za wpierdzielanie. O Jezu, szalej druida. Są tu rzeczy, które chcę sobie zjeść. Chyba 50-100. Odpuszczę może trochę strzał. Za 100 golda. Okej.
Come on, let's go kill this rock worm.
That's the spirit? Right. Ready your weapon and stay close to me.
Wiesz co, ja bym sobie dał na 2.
Let's go.
Mamy tu nawet celowanie, co jest śmieszne.
Get in there.
Nie widzę cię, potworze. Czy ty jesteś tym czerwem? Chcę być trochę pomocny, więc spróbuję tu walczyć. Śmiesznie się z nim walczy. Czy to był ten potwór?
See, that's what being a hunter is all about. The thrill of the hunt, the buzz of the kill. Oh, that's made my week, that has.
Doświadczenie, pięknie.
I've killed that worm. You don't need to worry about it.
One less worm is no bad thing. Here, have 30 gold for your trouble. Hey, if you're going to the camp, can you take this raw meat with you? They always need food there. Just give it to Rachel, the cook.
Nie ma
I'm
sprawy.
gonna stay here. See if I can spot my next challenge.
Can you teach me about hunting?
To be honest, I'm not a very good teacher. I just sort of have an instinct for it. Lewis is your man. He taught me. Ask him.
Lewis. Right.
Pohandlujmy.
Let's trade.
Daj mi jeszcze trochę strzał. Ile mamy golda? 40. Bo strzały myślę, że szybko nam pójdą. Świetnie. Mamy coś. Właśnie, pierwsza rzecz. Mamy tutaj rzeczy, które chętnie skonsumuję. Maksymalna punkt... No kurde. Maksymalne zdrowie. Nawet 3-4 punkty to zawsze jest coś. A doświadczenie? Czemu by nie? Żywym złotem, czyli coś fajnego. No dobra, jeszcze zobaczmy, co jest na tej wodzie. Zielone liście. Bagna wydaje mi się straszne, gorzej jakbym jeszcze trafił na jakiegoś stwora tutaj. Tam coś jest, patrzcie, coś tam się świeci. Ale to dziwnie wygląda. Czy to jest żyła złota? No nie wiem nic, ale będę chciał. Żyła złota, już wiemy gdzie jest, więc zapamiętajmy ją. A my co w ogóle zapiszemy? Pokonaliśmy wielkiego potwora i powiedzmy, że sami. W jakimkolwiek stopniu. Ale mamy tutaj ognisko, co mnie cieszy. Upieczemy sobie całe mięso. Nawet spoko. Podoba mi się taki klimat. Przypieszemy też sobie chrupiącego kurczaka. Wiecie, ja mam po prostu, chciałem jakąś grę też dłuższą, bowiem myślę, że Ryzen jest dłuższy. Chcemy sobie po prostu pograć. Ciekawe, czy mogę się nauczyć jakoś, nie wiem, alchemia, kowalstwo, rudy, właśnie to. Ale myślałem o jakimś, nie wiem, gotowaniu, ale jednak chyba nie ma. Dobra, a my sobie damy szczerze kurczaczka tutaj i to mi starczy. Dlaczego wczytuję? Co zrobiłem? Pierdziele, upiekłem całe mięso. A miałem nie upiec przecież 5 mięsek jest tutaj tej babki. Dobra, 5 mięsek sobie upieczemy naszych. No niestety taki błąd zrobiłem. Ale zawsze można sobie pogadać. I tak, chciałem sobie grę trochę dłuższą, dla przyjemności. Na serię, do której bym mógł wracać i jak po prostu tak jak teraz, szczerze, mam dziurę w odcinkach straszną, chociaż myślę, że dam radę się jakoś wyrobić po jednym odcinku chociaż dziennie. To jednak jakaś gra, w którą mogę więcej odcinków nagrać po prostu grając. No i się bawiąc. A właśnie, mięso chciałem sobie dodać tutaj. Miam. Pyszny bewsztyk. Dobra, widzę chyba obóz. Widzę dużo krwepiców i one są chyba dorosłe i to mnie przeraża.
Hej.
Hej.
Ricardo, nic nie masz mi do powiedzenia. A ty, Domingo? O, czekaj, jagody. Domingo.
What do you want?
Man like you has clearly seen some action.
Well, you know, I don't like to boast, but I've crushed a few heads. If you want to eat here, you have to work. You want a free ride? Try those white robes at the monastery. They'll give you a free ride all the way to their excavation camps. And keep your paws off other people's stuff while you're here, or you'll lose your paws.
I don't know. What do I want?
You were looking at me.
I'm new here. I'm just getting to know people.
If you don't know I'm the best fighter in the camp, then you won't be near long enough for me to care.
No dobrze, panie najlepszy wojowniku, samie.
Hey.
I've not seen you before. Who are you? A fresh-faced young man eager to experience the thrill of an outlaw's life?
Maybe.
I can't think why else you'd be here. There are warm alehouses and welcoming brothels in the town. Food and indoctrination at the monastery.
Are you a woodcutter for the camp?
Just because I'm cutting wood doesn't mean I'm a woodcutter. Actually, I'm a hunter. My lads and I provide meat for the camp.
O, może mnie nauczysz czegoś.
So you lead the hunters?
Normally, yeah, but as you can see, I've got vital woodcutting work to do. So right now, my hunters are running wild like free spirits. Or they think they are.
Shouldn't you get someone else to cut the wood?
I'd love to, believe me. But Brogar would nail me to a tree if I left this wood unsawn.
Brogar.
One of the Don's lieutenants, the leader of the fighters, a, shall we say, powerful, single-minded man.
Może ja bym był za tym.
And you're his personal woodcutter.
For my sins,
Why does he want you to do it?
I tangled with him, and now I have to pay. We live by Brogar's laws out here.
Brogar's laws, not the Don's.
The Don wants me to hunt, Brogar wants his fire stoked. You judge who's really in charge.
Why don't you stand up to Brogar?
Him and all his fighters, you mean?
So everyone's afraid of him.
You clearly haven't met him yet. Then you'd understand. He's over there, Go and introduce yourself. Then decide whether you'd stand up to him.
O cholera jasna.
Hey,
Did I look like I wanted to talk to you?
Jezu, ktoś postrzelił ci psa, czy co? Jakie kurde.
whoa there. Someone shoot your dog?
Stupid and mouthy don't wash well round here, especially not from workers.
Seems to be working for you.
You must be new round here. I'll tell you what, since you're new in this pond, little fish, I'll cut you a break. But after that, your bones will get the breaks. You hearing me? See, folks around here do what I say. Now enough questions. I'm hungry. Bring me a haunch of fried meat from Rachel, the cook up by the smithy. Bit snooty, but a looker. The Don's a lucky man. Of course, with him in that temple all the time, she might need a bit of company.
Jezu, dobrze. Sugus Brogara, nowe zadanie. Mamy mapę. Patrzcie, jesteśmy w obozie. Mapa regionu, to jest coś takiego. Mapa świata. Aha, czyli ten region to jest... Dobra. I misje, mamy nowe misje. Ej. Mapa zadania, nie nauczyciel, handlarz. To nawet mi się nie wyświetla. Dobra, ale mamy misję, więc podejdźmy. To jesteś chyba ty.
Waif and stray looking for pity? Or fortune hunter looking for gold? Looks like I've got another mouth to feed.
Are you the cook?
Amongst other things, you have to be adaptable in these times. One day you've a sword in your hand, the next a ladle. And the cooking relaxes me, if you call stirring wild boar and bruggelweed cooking. Sorry, forgotten my manners. I'm Rachel. Here, new mouth, take this meat. Freshly cooked.
Pięknie.
Rogar wants a haunch of fried meat.
And he sent you to get it for him? Lazy devil. Well, I've already given you some meat, so you can sort Brogar out yourself.
Szczerze, mogę oddać, nie mam problemu.
I need to talk to the Don.
Join the queue. I'm thinking of joining it myself. You can talk to me. When Esteban's busy, and he's always busy, I'm in charge.
Dobrze, kobieto.
Noted. But can you get me in to see him?
No. Look, he needs time alone to think. I'm always having to turn people away, even his good friends. Why would I make an exception for a newcomer?
I don't trust the Inquisition. I want to join Don Esteban's gang.
Another person without a home. I don't even recognize you from Harbour Town. Are you sure you're not with the Inquisition, new mouth? If you want to stay, then you'd better make yourself useful. Everyone needs to pull their weight here, and no one gets to see Esteban unless they have something valuable or important for him.
How are things around here?
Perfect. I don't know why we didn't move out of the town into the swamp earlier. The Inquisition are sucking the life out of the town, but this swamp is sucking the life out of us. We used to be close, all of us. Everyone made their share, worked for their share. Now it's falling apart. And with Esteban in that damn temple, I'm the one trying to hold it together.
Czaję.
Can I help?
And why would you want to do that? What do you want, new mouth? Lazy cutthroats, idle thieves, and mosquitoes. Why do you want in on this?
Why do you think things are falling apart here?
It's those ruins. They've got everyone's mind on treasure. Even my Esteban. The whole place is being dug up. Although I'm certain that not everything that's being found is being delivered to the camp. Esteban makes sure that all the workers get a share of the gold. He's very fair like that. But someone is looking to line their own pockets.
No, czy będę musiał pewnie znaleźć.
Who do you think it is lining their own pockets? And what would happen to them if you knew who it was?
He'd be dead. Esteban's not a forgiving man.
So it seems. You think the Don is losing control?
He's a complicated man. The Inquisition's takeover of Harbour Town shook him up badly. All we've got is this place, and it's fragile, especially at the moment. I really don't need someone stirring up trouble.
Dobra, może jej pomogę w końcu, może się zgodzisz i dasz mi jakąś misję?
You sound like you need help. What if I help out?
You do that. But, well, if you really want to stick your hand in this beehive, you're welcome to. We can certainly use the help. Everything seems to have ground to a halt. Go to the camp lieutenants and see what sort of problems they're having. That should help you get a picture of what's happening here. Maybe we can root out the source of this rot before it reaches Esteban.
About your camp. I was told you're short of food. You need more meat?
Finally, someone who wants to do some work. Yes, I need 10 haunches of raw meat. You bring me the meat, and I'll put a little gold your way.
I never say no to gold.
Kurde.
So who are the lieutenants here?
If you can't find that out yourself, how are you going to help me? Just go and talk to everyone. You'll find them. You'll soon see who's in charge and who thinks they are.
Dobrze, szkoda, że tamte same zrobiłem, bo teraz szczerze mam taki problem, że nie mam mięska dla niej. Dobra, najpierw pójdziemy do niego, dać mu to mięso, szczerze nie potrzebuję go zbytnio, ja sobie upoluję.
Here, a haunch of fried meat.
Good. You wouldn't want to see me when I ain't been fed.
Got any proper work for me?
Are you actually good for something, little fish?
Easy to be cocky with that weapon and fancy armor of yours.
Nah, it's all the bodies I buried that make me cocky. 2 of my boys are supposed to be guarding the eastern swamp farm, but Clay's been lazing around the campfire. Go and see him. Make sure he takes over from Phil before Phil rots up there. Simple. I'm not losing another man to this fucking swamp.
Dobrze.
Get Clay to take over from Phil. Sounds simple enough.
The farm's over to the east. As it's a simple job, I'll assume you'll get it done.
Do you boys do anything other than stand about all day?
They're guarding. What do you expect? When it comes to standing around all day, these guys are the best. Trained killers, though, the lot of them. And if those creatures from the temples march in here, you'll be damn glad of them. So, show a little respect.
Dobrze, proszę pana.
The fighters answer to you, right?
Yeah. Most of them owe their lives to me. One way or another, they know not to mess with a big fish.
So you know where they are at all times?
Course. Well, usually. One of them has gone missing. Dorgan was on an errand for me, down in the swamps. The pillock's probably got himself lost. Or eaten. Or he's chasing wenches again. Never could keep his mind on the task in hand.
Mogę go szczerze poszukać.
I'll look for him.
When I get my hands on him, he's gonna be emptying piss pots for the next month.
Dobra. Mamy jakieś misje, gdzie nie mamy. To jest dziennik. Świat, nie wiem, ale to nie są misje. Nie wiem. A na B mam co? Cały interfejs. Gdzie mam misję? Daj mi, powiedz mi. W ogóle tak, zobaczcie, jest zablokowane. Misje. Dziennik jest na L. Aha. A, tak to działa. Dobra, aktualne i dzisiaj. Dobra. Mięso dla ekipy. Dobra. Wszystko zrozumiałem.
You see why people don't stand up to Brogar?
A few bruises won't stop me.
You're lucky it wasn't stab wounds.
Ale mnie nie
His
pobił.
armor and those fights
Szczerze.
make him feel tougher than he is.
For you, maybe. For me, that's why I don't tangle with him.
Brogar is a big fish in a small pond.
And those are giant words. So big, I don't think you know what you're saying.
I know some people wouldn't have a problem if he disappeared.
I won't be responsible for what Brogar would do to you.
Let me worry about that.
You should worry. But you're serious, aren't you?
Jezu, władzę?
What would I have to do to deal with him?
If you work for him, do what he tells you and listen to everything he says. He'll let things slip. But you do know what you're proposing is dangerous.
No dobra.
How can I become one of the Don's men?
Firstly, I'll need to tell you a couple of things. The Don's a powerful man. Well, he was. Since we've been in this swamp, he's hidden in that temple. Hasn't been out for weeks. His wife Rachel's been trying to run the camp. She's the one you need to impress if you want to meet the Don.
Rachel. Right.
Before you charge up to her, you need to be aware of...
Brogar?
You're learning.
Dobrze.
I need some better armor.
You won't find it out here. There's only workers' clothes here.
Well, what about your armor? Where did that come from?
Armor for the hunters and fighters comes from the Don. But you won't get close to that if you're not accepted as one of us.
Right, so I've got to join the Don's gang first.
No dobrze.
All right. Where can I get workers' clothing?
Hawkins is your man. He's one of the Don's lieutenants. He's in charge of the workers.
Nie będę mu kłamał.
Why can't I get to talk to the Don himself?
If you can't get Rachel on your side, maybe you could get past the guard at the temple.
Może.
Maybe.
Sounds like it could be worth a try.
True, but it's a long shot. Rachel might be your best way in.
Can you teach me to hunt?
Sure you wouldn't rather chop wood?
I was thinking more of hunting.
Then you're talking to the right man.
Can you teach me about hunting?
Okej, za złoto i punkty nauki. Mamy punkty. A nie mamy złota. Ucznictwo, zręczność. Patroszenie zwierząt. Dobra, złoto byłoby mi potrzebne. Chętnie bym się nauczył, więc zbieranie wszystkiego, co popadnie, to jest nasza bardzo ważna rzecz. Kurczaków lepiej nie bić, wiadomo, kurczaki są straszne. Hawkins.
Hey, you don't look like the rest of the Don's men.
Me? I'm the one the rest of them treats like dirt. Day in, day out, me and my workers try our best. And they need us, the bosses. But do they realize that? I wish they'd come and see what it's like. See if they like being eaten by swamp worms.
Are you in charge of the workers here?
Yeah, I'm supposed to oversee the workers of the excavations. The morale is so low that the men don't care anymore.
Why is it so bad here?
We keep losing men to the worms. And there are even worse fates, too. I'd rather be anywhere else. But we have to collect anything made of gold and take it to Beppo. I didn't expect to have to fight the monsters here. We're not trained for it. And that bastard Brogar should be protecting us.
No, prawda.
But do his fighters ever come and help? Do they, hell? Too drunk, most of them.
Ale masz niezłe pejsy.
So the excavations have stopped.
They won't be happy when they find out. The Don's supposed to be a fair man, but Brogar isn't, and he should be protecting us. If any of my men were good at fighting, they'd have gone long ago. They'd be living it up in the bars and brothels of Harbour Town.
If I'm going to take action, I'll need better armor.
I can give you workers' clothes, that's all. And you'd have to pay, after all. You're not a worker.
Kurde, myślałem już, że
We're
dasz
all
mi.
stuck on this island in this swamp together. We might as well help each other. I'll see if I can get your workers back to work.
You won't. If I can't, what chance does a stranger have?
Perswazję moich rozmów z nimi.
I can talk to Brogar for you.
Don't. It'll only cause trouble. We've tried everything. Brogar's not going to listen to you.
No, mogę spróbować.
What can you tell me about Brogar?
Nothing. I'm not telling you anything. I don't want trouble.
You've already got trouble.
Yeah, but I'm not dead. I'd rather take my chances with the worms than get Brogar angry.
Brogar can't be that bad.
Brogar is all bad. Ask the hunters. They'll tell you what he's capable of.
Well, I offered to help. Are any of your workers around?
They should all be at the excavation site. But that doesn't mean they will be. You'll recognize them. They'll be wearing workers' clothes, even if they've got no intention of working. Uncontrollable, most of them. That's what the swamp and being ignored does to you.
Dobrze.
You really have given up, haven't you?
Well, you would in my position. It's hopeless. Hopeless.
Hopeless isn't a word I use. Maybe I can do something to help. How many excavation sites are there?
3. 1 east of the temple, and 2 right in the middle of the swamp. Look for the artifact crates. They mean you're in the right place.
Right.
No dobrze, Hawking.
Someone knows what's going on here and it ain't me.
Ja sobie zapiszę, bo szczerze już tam się czas kończy. Nic szczerze się nie dowiedziałem. Znaczy, dowiedziałem się trochę. O, tu widzę, że jest obóz. Ale śmieję się, że już jest koniec odcinka, a my nie zrobiliśmy za dużo. No, ale trochę pogadaliśmy. Jeszcze będzie trzeba pewnie pogadać z innymi. Pogadajmy sobie jeszcze z...
Tell someone who cares.
Leave me be.
You look relaxed.
The busy mosquito is swatted at dawn. The happy snail does nothing but yawn. We're in a swamp. What's there to make an effort for?
The Don just lets you relax.
Never see him. Beppo's always chasing us to hump crates round. All that effort for what? A pile of old crap. Hawkins is my boss, and if Hawkins doesn't care, Beppo can go screw himself. And Hawkins doesn't care about anything.
Right. Hey, Dwight. You need to start shifting those crates over to Beppo.
And who are you to be telling me what to do?
You don't have enough gold.
Hawkins. He's not happy with you standing around.
Really? Then he should come here and tell me personally. But he won't. So, save yourself the effort.
A macie wszyscy pejsy. Nie no, zaraz będzie trzeba coś zrobić. O nie, chyba nie wolno kraść. Ale piwo mogę wziąć. Klej.
You look tired.
And you look ugly. Piss off.
Shouldn't you be standing guard by the swamp farm?
Piss off.
I don't care what you think of Brogar, but you see, now I am telling you to
To
get
chyba
up
źle
on
się
the guard
skończy.
duty.
You are.
Wiecie co? Pieniądze chyba wszystko będą musiały załatwić. Dajcie mi te roślinki. Musimy zacząć zarabiać, bo szczerze nie mamy czym handlować. Oj, Craig.
Hey,
Lost, are you? Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of you.
To źle brzmi.
who are you?
Craig. And if you want a fortune in gold, I'm your man.
Szukam.
Your job is to distribute wealth.
Exactly. I arrange little wagers, you give me your gold, and you could double it.
What odds do you offer?
You're interested. Listen up, I'll explain. You give me a sum in gold. If you win, I'll pay you back double.
And if I lose?
There are no losers, only future repeat gamblers. I'll just keep your gold warm until you want to try and win it back.
And can I be sure you'll pay out if I win?
Oh, you of little faith. I'm hurt. If I wasn't honest, do you think I'd last 2 minutes around here?
How do I place a bet?
Nothing easier. We bet on anything here. Who'll be the next worker to get eaten by a swamp creature? The next winner in the arena? Anything. You can even bet on yourself. If you want to go into the arena.
People fight for gold.
Don't sound so surprised. People have fought for gold since time
No to
began.
racja.
There's a small arena over in the west. That's where it happens. I bet you're worth a gamble. Tough-looking fella like you.
Dobra, na razie mi to starczy, a my tu zakończymy odcinek i jeszcze w następnym odcinku pogadamy, jeszcze zobaczymy co w obozie i może jakąś misję w końcu zrobimy. Mogę wejść tu? No chyba mogę. A możemy spróbować okraść skrzynkę? Hehe. Chyba mogę. Mogę zapisać i zobaczyć, czy mogę tu... Szczerze, mogę kraść, no czemu nie? Jestem w obozie złodziei. Dobrze, dobrze. Łotrze. Jest tu w ogóle w tej grze skradanie? To mnie ciekawi strasznie. Skradanie, parowanie, akcja, chód. Nie ma skradania. O, jest! Widziałem.
I'm watching you.
Dobra, dobra, już nie kradnę. A jeszcze jak mamy to złoto, możemy tu, nie wiem, przekonać.
Maybe later. You must have some. I'm sure you maybe later.
A
All right?
może cię przekonam.
Town will be safe for a while, they say.
What? Shouldn't you be standing guard by the swamp farm?
Piss off.
The fire might keep you warm, but some gold coins will keep you warmer.
See, I was thinking hot, not warm. Add another 10 and we're in business.
No dobrze.
10? All right, here's 10.
Pleasure doing business with you. Consider that swamp guarded.
I pięknie, patrzcie. Pieniądze zrobią wszystko, nie? Mi się to podoba. I tak będziemy załatwiać. Pieniądze to jest władza i widzicie. Za to będziemy mogli więcej dostać. A jeszcze ciebie. A spadaj. Chciałem z tą pogadać. Dobra. Załatwimy to jeszcze, pogadamy z nim i zobaczymy co będzie i po prostu tyle.
Clay's taken over from Phil on guard duty.
Good. Pair of useless assholes.
Hawkins says you're meant to be protecting his workers.
Hawkins says, does he?
You promised Hawkins if he paid, you'd protect him.
You worried about him. You protect him.
Right. You're a real man of honor.
Już się bałem, że mnie załatwisz. Dobra, dziękuję za oglądanie. No i cześć.